Hi there! You're probably sick of these kinds of videos already, but I need to make this one because I finally made a clear decision on what to do with TLV. But don't worry, unlike last time, this one has a better ending. It's bittersweet, but it's better. So I've been working on TLV for 4 years. It's been a pretty long time. When I first stated that I wanted to leave the community for good and discontinue the series, you all probably know that it was a time where I was quite depressed and wanted to run away from everything. The manual labor from my job at the time, my worries about college because I didn't know what I was doing, and all these things were stressing me out to the point that I couldn't handle anything anymore. But a couple months down the line, I got better and a bit nostalgic. There was so much of the TLV storyline that was left unanswered, and I really wanted to bring that back to answer them. So after getting in touch with the community again on Discord, I decided to come back and continue TLV by making a compromise. Unfortunately, I have to face facts that the community is not really the same anymore after the Band Story 4 purge, and a lot of my viewers have moved on from Maple series. TLV was also not being beneficial to me because it was only feeding my satisfaction of sharing this amazing story I had come up with, but that was all. I couldn't really make anything from it because it wasn't mine. The storyline is my creation, but the sprites used to animate it was not. The music too, and the sound effects. Not mine. Trust me, I would love to stay here forever telling and showing you all sorts of stories without having to worry about anything. But that's not how the real world works, unfortunately. TLV was something I could happily spend my time on back in high school because I was focusing on school. But now that I'm trying to put myself out there in the world to build a career, it's something I can no longer do. I thought the compromise would have been something I could do, but it ended up bringing me back to the same problems I've had ever since I graduated, and that's consistency with episodes and large amounts of time needed to continue without expecting anything in return. I'd come back because I know what it's like to enjoy a series so much, only to be heartbroken that it'll probably never end up finishing because the creator had moved on from it and the Maple community. But after seeing your guys' comments in the last episode, I realized how much I've never really thought for myself in this situation, how much I was making it harder for myself by trying to do this. And all of you have been so sweet and have given me the same piece of advice over and over, which is to do what I think is best. Since last episode ended pretty clean without any cliffhangers, the Maple series, The Lost Voice, will end here. However, unlike last time, this one has a better outcome for it. Sometime in the future, TLV will be readapted as a webtoon. The webtoon will follow the same events as done in the Maple series, but there will be quite a lot of differences and maybe revisions to the story so that you can consider the two different from each other. Also, it's to avoid copyright since I totally called the country the storyline takes place after a BTS album. But the best part about doing this is that I can completely call TLV mine because it will be my storyline and my art that will visually represent it. And that means I can set a Patreon page with no problems now. It's honestly up to you though to become a patron when TLV the webtoon comes out because the overall story is going to be free. But this way the series will have a purpose for me to be able to keep up with it as I'll be able to get support in a way I've never done before. So now it's time to bring my shameless plug. I've actually started a webtoon called Love Thy Neighbor. I didn't mention it before because it's a story that's quite different from the work you'd expect to come from me, and because it wasn't anime world related, I didn't want to. It's a little mature, maybe not safe for work, and it's LGBT centered as the main couple is boys, so it's really up to you if you would like to read it or not. But the reason why I started doing webtoons was because I'm pursuing my goal to improve on my art. I've always loved drawing, but I realized I never practiced much on it or go over my weaknesses in certain areas of art because I could never force myself to do it without getting motivational block. But this way, I'll be using my love for storytelling and connecting with audiences to push myself to improve my art. And I guess in some way, my previous dream to become a mangaka will come true as a webtoon artist. So y'all have to thank Grimm for pushing me to do webtoons. Thanks, Grimm! As for TLV, I do not know when I'll be able to create the webtoon because I wish to focus on Love Thy Neighbor, which is acting as a learning tool to get used to doing webtoon and, that format. TLV will most likely have to go through a lot of preparation as well before I can fully work on and release it, so who knows when that will be. But hey, if Fruits Baskets can get a full correct anime adaptation of the manga after 20 years, if Dororo can get another anime readaptation after 50 years, I can definitely tell you that there is hope. But this is definitely a better outcome because TLV will have the chance to be closed properly, just in a different way. So I really want to thank all of you for sticking with my wishy-washy butt until the very end. I really appreciate all that you've done for me and for being my second family. All the friends that I've made in the community, even if we don't talk anymore or I don't know you as well, just know that I still consider you as a friend, and if you ever want to contact me, I'll be here with open arms. Though I will tell you I'm not really good at contacting people, so if I don't answer, please don't be sad. But this time it isn't a goodbye. Although I may not be Anime Worlds 21 anymore, we'll meet again. After all, once a chapter closes, another one opens. But this time, it's filled with hope. I wish nothing but happiness with all of you, and I hope that your futures are bright. Please take care of yourselves and do what you think is best for you. Do what you enjoy and pursue what you want to pursue, because in the end, the one that should be happy with your choices is you. Thanks so much for everything and following me, whether it be from the Chains of Fate or the Lost Voice. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you know that. Your love meant a lot to me, and I'm glad I was able to create and be a part of this community with you all. I love you all so much, and I hope that maybe I'll see you again in the Webtoon community. But for now, whether you follow me or not, it's okay because this was enough for me. So, thank you.